How you doing? It's Zach Allen, and we are going to talk about something that is going to give you more distance with your driver. Okay, and this can serve two people. The people that need to make a longer backswing, right, which generates a longer hand path, right, that gives us more time to accelerate. And this is also people that are struggling with their transition, right, and that's causing them to leak some power out. So kind of what the theme of the video is, if your backswing is short, like for instance, let's say you get to the top and your club never crosses the midline of your body, right? Let's just say it stays over here somewhere. And maybe you've got limited mobility, maybe you're aging a little bit, maybe you've got some shoulder, low back, issues with taking it back far, or sometimes people just simply don't want to do it because they're afraid it's not going to go straight. This drill is going to help you. The key to getting a longer backswing, which is important for driver, right, is actually how you transition and what you do in your downswing. That's the key to completing your backswing as fully as you humanly possibly can do it. Okay, so if you look at the best drivers of the ball, typically they've got slightly longer golf swings, the ones that hit it pretty long and pretty dang straight, right? They don't have short golf swings. So driver likes time. It's a long club, 45, sometimes even 46 inches, which I don't always recommend, but some people do it and they make it work. It needs a lot of time, right, to change directions and move down. So having that bigger backswing really aids in generating a little bit more force in transition. So basically what I want you to do here, okay, is as we're getting to the top, what most people do is they turn to the top, right, and say they get here, and then they come down, right? They start coming down and they start unwinding from the top down. What we need to be able to do is as we get to the top of our backswing, I want you to actually take just a little step forward, okay? And what's happening here is I'm doing this, I'm learning to disassociate my upper and lower half. So the upper half is winding back, and at one and the same time, I'm stepping forward and I'm getting this stretch to occur between my lower and my upper half. And it's amazing because when I go to do it, it gives me more time to complete my backswing. And I can really feel like I get the club back longer. So all you've got to do, right, is just simply take a club, and I like to do it just with my trail hand. You can use a driver, you can use any club, but just start winding back to the top as you get comfortable with, okay, here's my normal backswing, and probably what you tend to do from here is you just start to unwind and come down. That's going to, A, shorten your backswing, and that's going to not be the most powerful transition, right? They've done studies, but in order to generate the most ground force, it's really important that we land hard on our lead side so we can push off coming through. But it's not just that, like I said, that's the key to you getting a longer backswing is being able to go this way. In fact, what's completing my backswing is my step in this direction. Think of a guy that really wants to throw a baseball far, right? If he just does a regular one, throw. When he really wants to throw far, he's going like that. And then he's throwing all the way to home plate maybe. So what is he doing? He's turning and stepping at the same time. And that step is allowing him to really separate the upper from the lower. So that's huge. I guarantee you look at any long driver of the ball, they're doing it wonderfully. Anybody that's not driving it very long or struggles with driver, they're not doing it at all, okay? So back to the drill, right? Start slowly. We just kind of start to feel the upper body winding up. And then as you get comfortable, start taking that little baby step. And as I go to step, you notice how my shoulders are still staying closed and my backswing is still completing. And the harder I want to hit it, the more I'm trying to feel that as I get back. It's a combination of a full windup and then a really good firm landing. I'm not trying to hit it hard necessarily at the ball. That's a lot of where I'm generating that power from. A lot of it's backswing and transition. Okay, I'm not saying that's where I'm moving the fastest, but that's where I'm really building a lot of the force. I'm not trying to get it late down at the ball, okay? Then you put two hands on, same thing, start it nice and slow, just feel yourself winding up, and then take that little baby step. And it's amazing, when I'm stepping and that club is still going backwards, it's like a yoga stretch, right? I feel it all across the middle because one part is going one way and the other part is still going back. It's part of this whole stretch shorten cycle that really gets the elasticity for me to whip the club through the ball, right? And if you can't go back as far as me, that's fine. If you just did this, you would hit it farther. Here, boom, you'd hit it farther. That would be totally different than what most people are doing. Think of your playing partners. How many of them out there are swinging like that? You notice how there's no transition, landing and planting. There's none of the club gathering and fully completing at the top. You can tell just on video, that ball's gonna go far, right? So practice it, take it out onto the golf course. I remember, being at the LA Open about 8 years ago, and Vijay Singh was in contention. Every swing he took, right, and he was close to #1 in the world at the time, he was taking every swing like this. So back, step, and then through. Contending at the LA Open. And if there's one guy that doesn't need a longer backswing or to transition better, it's probably him. He's still working on it. So you could definitely benefit from it too. Take that feeling into a driver, have fun, let it rip. So it really felt like that stretch between the upper and lower. And as I go to start to feel that, boy, I really feel the club kind of trail, lag, load, whatever you'd want to call it. A lot of power being stored up and loaded and ready to release. So think of those days when you're younger, baseball, throwing a ball, we're really moving athletically. We're not doing that stuff, right? Nobody's throwing a ball like that. They're all throwing balls like that, okay? And it's fun to be that way. It's fun to go back to your youth and move like an athlete again. Bigger ranges of motion, better transitions. And like I said, the big key is, if you've been trying to make a bigger backswing, the key is not the backswing, it's actually your transition move. So give it a shot and see if you don't hit the ball farther. Thanks for watching. When it comes to the golf swing, I've seen and tried it all, but nothing has proven as effective as the concept that I'm about to share with you now. It is the single most powerful piece of golfing advice I have ever come across. In fact, I would go as far as to call it a magic move. Since I don't have time in this short video, I've put together a 3-part web class where I teach you exactly how to put it to use in your game. Nothing held back. I call it my Magic Move Training Series, and you can get the entire thing free of charge by clicking the link right here. These videos aren't available anywhere else, so go ahead, click the link right now, and I'll send you the first lesson right away.